All right, guys, real talk. So you've been hanging out, spending time, getting close, but you're still stuck in a dreaded friend zone category, right? Well, what if I told you that there's a sneaky yet completely natural way to flip that script and spark romantic attraction in any woman that you're friends with? Stick around, because today I'm revealing 5 simple but effective moves to turn any friendship into romance. You ready? Let's do this. Jessica OS here, welcome to the channel. So in the next few minutes, I'll give you exactly what you need. 5 powerful moves that escalate your relationship from friendly to romantic without being creepy, needy, or ruining the friendship that you already have. Let's jump right in. Move number 1, shift your energy from buddy to mystery man. How do you do this? So the truth is, when you're stuck in the friend zone, she already thinks she knows everything about you. Your routines, your schedules, your likes, your dislikes, right? You're an open book. And guess what? An open book doesn't create any intrigue or excitement. Everything's out there to bear. Women are naturally curious creatures. Remember that. They crave a bit of unpredictability. They get excited by the chase and the unknown. So here's exactly how to create that irresistible mystery. First, slowly reduce your availability. If she texts you, fight the urge to reply immediately. Wait an hour or 2. I'm not saying ignore her completely, but a slight delay will have her subconsciously wondering what you're doing that's more important than answering her message, right? Second, change up your routine subtly. If you always hang out on weekends, occasionally say something like, I'd love to, but I've got plans tonight. Maybe next time? Don't immediately tell her what you're doing or who you're with. Let her mind wander a little bit. The goal isn't to frustrate her, but to gently create intrigue. And finally, when you do share details, be selective and keep it interesting. Hint at intriguing new hobbies or adventures without giving all the details up front. For example, casually mention, I started doing something new and it's actually pretty wild. I'll have to tell you about it sometime. She'll instantly feel curious, she'll be engaged, wanting to know more about what wild thing that you've been up to, right? And that keeps it exciting. Guys, mastering this subtle but powerful move will completely change the way she sees you, taking you from the predictable friend to a fascinating man that she can't help but wonder about. Okay? Move number 2, create small, bold moments of physical tension. So here's the problem most men face when they're stuck as friends. Every touch is completely platonic. High fives, the casual shoulder bumps, maybe even the occasional friendly hug. But if you want her to start seeing you differently, you need to introduce physical contact that sends a different message, okay? A message of confidence, a message of intimacy and attraction. Subtle touches can feel completely natural because, they blend into the moment of what's happening, okay? And it's a great way to actually start escalating something. Placing a hand on hers for a little longer while she says something touching is a good way to go. It doesn't seem too out of place, okay? I guess what I'm saying is start small and natural. Never escalate too quickly. Secondly, slow down your movements. Men often rush through physical interactions because, you're nervous or worried about seeming awkward. And for me, that's a big mistake. Next time you hug her goodbye, hold on for an extra second longer than usual, okay? Gently squeeze her arm when you're making a playful joke. Slowing down interactions like these creates a lingering effect, creating the probability of her replaying those moments in her mind, much later after the day is over. Third, match eye contact to touch. Guys, this is powerful. When you initiate subtle touches, you want to pair it with deliberate eye contact. I'll paint a picture for you. Let's say you're sitting behind her, having a casual conversation, okay? You gently touch her hand as you make a point. Hold her gaze for just a second longer than usual, and then confidently look away and keep talking. Now you've turned that casual conversation into an electrifying moment. If you master these small physical cues, you'll effortlessly move from being her comfortable friend to the guy that she can't stop thinking about. Because now she's wondering, did I imagine that? Or did he touch my hand a little bit longer? Okay? You're sending a hint without sending a hint. Move number 3. Introduce playful but direct flirting into your conversations. Most men stuck in the friend zone tend to keep things way too safe and neutral. Safe conversations are good and comfortable, sure, but they don't ignite attraction or spark that irresistible romantic tension. Playful teasing works so well because it shows her that you're confident enough to take risks, you're socially savvy, and most importantly, you see her as someone worth flirting with, not just another friend, right? So how exactly do you master playful flirting without being awkward? Let's jump into it. Step 1, look for opportunities to tease. Pay attention when she shares small quirks, hobbies, or even a minor mishap. Let's say she mentions she spent the weekend binge watching some, I don't know, cheesy dating show or something. Instead of nodding politely, you want to lean in slightly with a playful smirk and say something like, wait a minute, you're telling me that the woman who prides herself on having great taste actually spent her weekend glued to ABCD show? I'm starting to question everything now. I mean, it's harmless, it's funny, and it instantly changes your dynamic. You're challenging her, creating tension, and making her eager to defend herself in a fun way, okay? Step 2, pair compliments with gentle teasing. So never just tease without balancing it out. When you tease her about something minor, you want to follow it up with some genuine compliment. So, for example, you could say, honestly, your obsession with reality TV is hilarious, but actually, it's pretty adorable as well. Who knew you were hiding such guilty pleasures? Now, the blend of teasing and sincerity creates an emotional roller coaster that women find irresistible. Mastering playful, direct flirting isn't about changing who you are. It actually requires that you elevate the way you communicate. It turns your conversations from predictable and safe into something that she can't wait to experience again. Move number 4, inject jealousy. Just a little bit. Now let me be crystal clear. I'm not saying to parade another woman in front of her or deliberately hurt her feelings. Instead, what you're going to do is you're gently going to remind her that you're a desirable guy, someone that other women notice, value, and want. This works because of simple human psychology. People naturally want what feels scarce or valuable. If she's gotten comfortable thinking that you'll always be there as her loyal friend, introducing a hint that other women find you attractive can completely shift her perception of you, making her rethink her casual stance and kickstart her competitive instinct. So here's how you can go about it, okay, without crossing the line. First, use casual mentions and not obvious bragging. So next time you're hanging out, bring up a story, lightly, casually, almost offhandedly, right, where another woman showed clear interest in you. You don't have to make it dramatic. Just slip it naturally into the conversation. So, for example, okay, say something like, hey, I need your advice, okay? Yesterday, one of my coworkers randomly complimented my style, and then she followed by asking if I was single. What was all that about? What do you think? Now, you're not boasting. You're generally asking her advice, placing her in a subtle position where she's forced to see you as someone other women notice. Okay? Number 2, you want to create vague intrigue. So another powerful way to inject subtle jealousy is to casually mention plans or activities that suggest female attention without outright stating it. So for instance, you can say something like, yeah, I've got plans tomorrow night. You know, someone asked me out, and honestly, I'm not even sure how I feel about it, but I'm gonna go. Now, this ambiguous statement triggers her imagination. She'll start to think, who's this woman? Why didn't he tell me earlier? You know, her curiosity immediately will be ramped up. Number 3, show and don't tell. So if subtle stories aren't your style, another approach is to be visually seen as desirable. When you're together, don't be shy about warmly greeting or briefly chatting with other women you know right in front of her, okay? Be friendly, confident, charismatic, but always be respectful of her as well. She'll subconsciously register your popularity and attractiveness with others, making her instinctively feel the need to reassess you more than just that friend that she sees and doesn't really mind or bother about, okay? It's important, guys. Subtlety is key. Too much jealousy feels forced and insecure. Done right though, this move creates a sense of urgency. She sees that she might actually lose her chance to be with you if she doesn't take action now. So master this subtle art and you'll move effortlessly from the sidelines, right, to center stage in her romantic life. Last move I'm going to share with you, move number 5. Master giving strategic compliments and make it personal. So, generic compliments like, hey, you look nice today, or you're funny, won't necessarily make you stand out because they fade quickly and don't create real attraction. What you need are compliments that are specific, insightful, and deeply personal. Compliments that make her feel uniquely seen and appreciated. If you do this correctly, this move will quickly transform how she sees you, shifting you from that friend to a potential romantic partner, okay? Now, strategic compliments are so effective because they speak directly to a woman's emotional core. When you notice something unique, nuanced, or hidden about her, it tells her that you're paying attention. It tells her you understand her beyond the surface level stuff that every other guy notices. It tells her that you see her differently than others. This powerful combination taps directly into her emotional attraction. So here's what I'm saying. Pay close attention to small details, the quirky habits, the personal passions, the personality traits that most people overlook. Maybe she's incredibly empathetic, exceptionally organized, or unusually creative in her hobbies. Identify something distinct about her behavior or personality that genuinely impresses you. Let's say she effortlessly makes friends with everyone she meets. You might say something like, well, I've noticed something special about you. You have this really amazing way of making people feel instantly comfortable around you. And not many people have that gift. It's honestly pretty impressive. Step number 2, compliment her choices or actions and not just her looks. Look-based compliments are common and predictable. If you want to genuinely stand out, you want to compliment her on actions or choices instead. So say she's passionate about a hobby like photography, right? Compliment the creative way she's capturing her shots. Say something like, hey, I like the way you see the world through your photos. It's inspiring. It's like you notice beauty other people miss. Now you're speaking directly to her values and identity, which can offer deep emotional impact. Step 3, deliver it confidently and casually. So timing and delivery matter a whole lot. Don't wait until a big moment or turn it into a huge event. Just casually slip your strategic compliment into a normal conversation. This effortless, confident approach magnifies the power of your words because it shows that you're genuine, you're authentic, you're observant, rather than rehearsed or desperate, just looking to kiss her behind. Guys, strategic compliments aren't about manipulation. They're sincerely highlighting what's truly remarkable about her. And women can sense genuine appreciation instantly. When they feel truly seen, their attraction skyrockets. Keep that in mind and you'll go further than most guys. Thanks for watching. Until next time, stay confident, stay bold, and I'll be catching you in the next video. Jessica OS here. Cheers.